In three, two, one, go.
Kick us off, bud.
So I'll start off with we have Bfalcon in pink at the bottom of the map, and I'm kind of in the top left of the map, hanging out in green. I'm playing as the Franks, which is probably arguably my best civ right now, and Falcon is playing as the Spanish. And this was game one, so he could either have played as the Spanish or the Bulgarians, and I had actually assumed that the Bulgarians were going to be played on Arabia, and that the Spanish were going to be played on Golden Pit with some kind of random fast castle. So that's what I thought was going to happen. So when I saw Spanish, I was like, okay, I feel like I can do this. Any thoughts as you're looking at the map on the bases or what you're any
I
thoughts there,
mean,
CB?
I don't like either base because of how open they are.
Terrible,
That
isn't it?
being said, I think yours is slightly better because you can wall the front easier. It's just gonna be that left side of your base that is gonna give you an issue. Uh,
Yeah,
and it's kind of the reverse for him. His left side's good. It's just the front's a little more open for him, as well as the side for him's not bad.
yep. And I will say that as I was now that I'm seeing the map fully revealed for the first time, because a lot of it did go unexplored
Right.
on my end. I'm seeing that I really like the fact that in theory, with this like ledge that he has over here, he could do like a straight wall all the way to the side of the map and kind of wall off almost a whole quarter of the map for himself. And it is a little dirty wallish, but I mean at this point you might as well just kind of take advantage of the wood lines you've been given. I'm going to end up, if I want to go walling here, I'm going to have to wall like these huge, massive expanses. And you'll see what I end up doing and thinking as we go through.
Alrighty, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, especially with your main civ as the France. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I saw that. I saw the building go down. That's the Bears. I'm like, you're not putting a mill there, are you?
Nope.
Oh.
I got my two houses. Wanted to make sure I didn't get housed. I was hyper focused this game because I was like, you know what? Like, this is my best. If I can do it with my best, then it'll give me a little bit of inspiration. Because, for those
No.
of you that I don't know if CB has talked about this. Oh, and Falcon walks a
No.
scout and it just pauses right there. I'm like, nope, see ya. See ya,
Oh,
bud.
rip. He even laughed.
Um,
Oh, I love that. I don't like his mill placement though.
let's take a look down there. Yeah, it could be a little bit better. But yeah, you probably talked about this, but so far, up until at least for now, I'm
Oh, and 5.
0-4, which is yeah, an 0-5 at this point, which is not a great showing. I've talked about this a little bit. I
Ah, the
think
idle
I'm
times.
for
The
who?
TCs. I mean, it's
For,
good now, but they were idle times.
mm, yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting journey for you.
yeah. It's been really really tough.
Isn't that mill really bad? Yeah, Chess, that mill is trash. I
Hey,
mean,
Shasta.
it depends on how people look at things, but I don't like that mill. I mean, the barriers are gonna go fast enough that you don't need the space there. Up, I only see 3 on wood from you. Are we expecting scouts as the Franks? Oh no, I would never expect scouts.
Let's just say I played this as standard as possible.
But for the res, it has a ton of res per tile. You want to have a space. Liam, uh, that's what I mean. Like, some people see it that way. Some people see just nestle it in there, and it would be totally fine. You're gonna get the saturation. I don't know. It's hit or miss for me. I definitely want the spaces on, the mining camps. I definitely want the lumber camp right up against it. And I would prefer the mill to be right up against the berries themselves. That's just my intake. I haven't really, done the research. I haven't looked for any videos that really clarify that. Uh, but I can definitely look into that and see how that goes.
So something to note here, and I just want us to keep an eye on Falcon's walls. his walls were really wacky in this
Yeah.
game, and you can kind of see. I think he's probably trying to conserve the wood, which makes a lot of sense, and use what he's got. But he
Uh,
ends up with some kind of wacky walls.
just passing.
Oh, my scout.
Yeah.
Yep,
And then he quick walled it in. You
I
definitely could have got
know.
a pick.
This was really unfortunate.
And he is well, he's 3 vills ahead. He shouldn't even be 1 at this point. So you've had some idle time. Did you lose? Oh no, he lost a scout. Okay. I was to say, why was there 1 death? That was just a scout.
Yep, the scout that I picked off.
And he's going loom. He's going up right behind you. So, when you saw Spanish, what did you think?
I was thinking, well, he's probably going to go some type of like, I don't know, castle and the conquistadors, like just fast castle and go from there, right? Like that's what I was thinking. Because I don't really know what else the Spanish do. I know,
You and me both.
I was not expecting archers.
Uh,
And if you take a look right now at my base, I'm I'm doing my best over here with these walls.
oh, that is so unfortunate, man.
I didn't know what else to do. I was like, well, and I suppose I could have walled to the edge of the map, but I wanted to keep tighter walls at the beginning because I mean, I'll be honest, right? Like he's almost 1300, and I thought, well, I'm a little bit probably outside of
Is he
my
almost
league right
1300?
now, so let's try to keep the walls, as close as possible.
Oh yeah, he is. He's 1297. Wow, look at that.
Yep. So as I keep saying, I'm the lowest ranked player
Your
uh,
bracket.
in the bracket. And so it's always going to be an uphill battle. And I mean, we're not talking about like a range of 1100 to 1150. We're talking about 1300 to little old me sitting at whatever I'm at right now, which I think is like, let
11
me,
ish. No, it's
it's
in
like,
the chat. It is. Hey Natari, how's it going, man?
hey, Nektari.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm at 1129 right now,
yeah,
right? So it's not like I'm a complete peasant, but in
a
the
peasant.
in the scheme of the players that I'm going up against, I'm a
What is
little bit
this?
outclassed.
What's your scout doing?
Well, unfortunately, and I didn't notice this because I idled him. Um,
Oh,
he decided to wall in with 2 gates. My poor scout, and yeah, that was a little sad. Um,
you could have hit the gate that had that wasn't fully finished. It only had 100 health or
yeah,
160.
I just wanted to. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking
It's
I'm
all
gonna
good.
get these other 3 scouts over there and wreak some havoc. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, totally understandable. Uh, he only has okay. Odd with the 1177. Nice.
Nice, odd,
However, he's
oddy
not
boy.
fully walled yet.
He's not, and he didn't. So I want to check his fog of war because he had to have known, right? But I guess he just forgot.
Oh, he knew. He sees it.
Yeah. And I was really surprised by this.
Oh, and he laughed.
Yeah, he laughed because he
Yeah.
put the 2 pikes or the 2 spears and he killed my poor scouty boys.
Oh, that
So I
sucks.
decided in this game that I was going to overinvest a little bit in scouts
He
in the
has an
event that I
shaft.
could wreak a little bit of havoc.
Oh, absolutely, man. I mean, I don't think Spanish are good until, Castle Age. However, I know some people, Tom, will play Spanish archers and just really throw somebody off. But I don't know Spanish well enough to really know their strengths other than conquistadors. Odd, I know, I'm just joking around. Oh yeah, just teasing. Up the failed quick
So
walls.
failed quick walls, in come my scouts, and I don't know if he has loom. Uh, but I was able to pick off a couple of vills here, which got me
He
really
has
excited
loom.
because I was like, yes, this is good. Scouts, run away. Don't go into the TC fire.
He's just in the chat like, what? WTF?
But here come more scouts trying to roll around the side because again, I invested in them. I thought we're gonna do this. And this wall, I do not believe is gonna be able to go up. I forget actually.
Yeah, it looks like it's up.
Yeah, so it's up, but I'm
So,
still wreaking havoc inside of his base, which I was happy about.
oh yeah, until just now. Tom did say Spanish standard is go 4 conks, and then he also said their night play is pretty good, so the night siege is a good push from them too.
Yep, and that's a little bit of a foreshadow of potentially what we might see in this game.
Oh, good. I mean, I hope you pick a civ you know, because I picked turrets and I didn't know them, and that was a fail. So definitely in tournament games, you kind of want to stick with what you know.
Yep, exactly. I think moving forward, I'm just gonna play what I know, and if people want to ban, I have backups. We were supposed to play tonight, and I had just hopped on for a practice game, and Falcon messaged me and was like, "Hey, you're on. Do you want to play now?"
Oh,
And
nice.
so I gave myself a quick 5-minute warm up in Dark Age against the AI, and I said, you know what, let's just jump in and do it. The worst thing that happens is I lose to a 1300 player.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
My stress level around the Super League games is very low in comparison to ABCD, where I was like so intense about it.
Oh, well,
Because
that's the
I just
beauty of it, right? Like, it's not like it's a one and done. You're not out as soon as you lose. You get to play more. You get to learn. You get to play different players regardless.
exactly, and that's why it's kind of fun. And I did use my one remaining 18 HP scout to explore a little bit off to the side. I didn't really use him again. I think he may have sat there until the end of the game. We'll find out.
I wouldn't be surprised. I like to do the thing where if I'm ready to push, I'll literally just shift click all my military. So if I had somebody laying around, they're not now.
So one really
He's
bad
up to
thing while we're
castle.
kind of yeah, he was up to castle first, and that made me really anxious. But I figured that he was trying to go like again like a little bit more FC into conks. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna get up to castle. I'm getting my blacksmith upgrades, and I'm just gonna do my full on night push and see what happens.
Nice. Shesong said the Frank Mirror you two played was something else.
Chess, I'm telling you, man, that mirror is one of my favorite games of all time. It was so stressful in the moment, and I think that had you gone any other civ but mirror, I think I could have edged you out in that game. I really do. But going up against Franks and being able to get that castle up on my gold, deadly. Um, but that was such a great game. One of my favorites.
Nice. Did you, I'm just now thinking about it. When you were out of gold in the last game, the second game of the series, technically, did
Yep.
you consider going for the relics that were in your base?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not even a thought. I heard you in the cast being like, "Get your relics," and I was like, "Oh, I was trying to." That game makes me sad
I'm
because
sorry.
I
I was
had it there.
curious.
Oh no, it's fine. Just because like I had it, and I'm as I said, I'm still learning how to play Britons and how to do archers, and I struggle with countering skirm, um, whatever it's called, skirm mango. It's hard for me,
Yeah,
but
you had some good trades with the Mangonel.
yeah, I did, and then I threw them all anyway. Uh,
It's
game
all
two
good,
came
man.
soon.
That low stress level, keep it low.
Um, yeah, exactly.
uh,
Low like my win rate in this tournament.
I am gonna ask, what's with the TC there?
I wanted to get a TC on the gold, and I figured that it would allow me to just kind of have a protection on that flank. And if you look, it kind of forced him to move away, or he may have decided to move away because I knew that I was really vulnerable on that left hand side.
Okay, so you'd rather have it there than on the wood and the gold in the north?
Correct.
Okay. Just
Because I
curious.
don't think, yeah, I wanted my second TC within my walls, and then my third TC I would, well, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So I
Sounds
was
good.
like, I want to preserve these numbers, and I want to get myself up to +2. I didn't have my +2 yet, so I was doing my best to just like, keep the pressure off the front. I knew I couldn't take knights plus the pikes, except he kind of sent them in one by one by one by
Yeah,
one,
that
which
wasn't
was
good.
not really a good play, and I was able to take them all out without taking too much damage. But he was trying to lure me back in. I have to say I did really well with my knight micro. I don't normally do that well.
Okay.
But I thought to myself, well, I'm getting my +2, and I want to take the pressure off the front of my base. And so why don't we send the knights down into his base and wreak a little havoc? And so that's what I do. I figure by the time I got there, I'd be able to get up to +2, and just passing, see a Vil. But he had, I think he had overchopped, but I was able to get in here super, super quick.
He hasn't overchopped yet.
Yep.
He did a minute ago, but then he built those house walls. Alright, so yeah, you did end up busting down the gate, or the wall.
Yep. And so again, what's really good here is I've now gotten myself up to +2. I was able to take the pressure off my front. I get a little bit wacky with these pikes, but I think, well, let's go run on in there. And so I run on in. He's not able to finish the quick wall. And so I
Nice.
get in and start sniping Vils. In the meantime, he's up front attacking my
Yep.
barracks, which is, or my stable,
Stable.
which is not a good thing. But I'm back in his base, just killing Vils, taking out these pikes, and yeah, just
Yeah,
having
it's
some
really a good
fun.
raid. And you're starting to take the villager lead because of that.
Yep.
That and your second DC that's now out, but you're also not producing vills.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's
you're low on
definitely
food.
some idle time that happens here because I'm trying to pump out the knights.
Here come
Yeah,
the
I was just
conks.
super low on food.
The conks be out.
Here come the conks, but
They're so
I
easy to
think at
micro
that
if you
point
actually do them right.
I had picked off so many different vills. Uh, it was a good raid, and I was
Oh,
pleased with it.
absolutely.
And he had not gotten into my base at that point yet, so I just decided let's get that third TC up and make it a farming TC for the most part. And
Okay.
I decided to get my eco in whack because it was not really good for a little
Yeah.
while there. So something to note, my knights are right now +2, and his knights are only +1, so they do have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I noticed that in the last game with his skirms, he didn't get all the upgrades either.
Yeah, and I forgot in the last game to get my next group of upgrades, which is part of why I lost. But
Yeah.
oh, I heard the Vulalu, and I got really
Nervous.
annoyed and scared. I was like, oh no, this is really bad. And so I thought, let's cancel out some of these farms. I have enough stone, and let's put a forward castle
Okay.
or forward in my base to
Yeah.
protect the stone and protect the front of my base. So even if he knocks these buildings down,
Hmm.
Bfalcon is
Is
really
in
a
the
noob,
chat.
absolutely less than 1200. Meanwhile, Bfalcon has a 1300 rating.
Yeah, man. I mean, he played really well in the second game. He definitely kept the numbers up. He kept the pressure up, and he whittled down your army.
I think the gameplay. I was really proud of our gameplay in both games, to be honest.
Shouldn't have helped him out here. It's I rank, not I elo. Sorry. I can put both in. I should probably do that. A lot of people do the I elo. I mean, he's definitely got the numbers.
And I'm really nervous here, but again, the one good thing is I have my +2 on my knights, and so his knights are going to go down really quickly.
Okay.
Falcon CB already
Yeah.
casted game 2, and it's in the VOD if you want to watch it.
I
So
I hopped on and MGX is like, well, I had asked MGX if he wanted to do some casting because I have some SuperLeAGE games to cast, and he's like, oh wait, I'm about to play game 2. So I
yeah,
was lucky enough to catch your game 2 live, And then he hopped on, and now we're casting game 1. Yeah, sorry, Falcon. I didn't know. But yeah, it's definitely in the VOD, and you're more than welcome to watch it. You played it really well. What's your current Super League record? Are you 2-2 before this, at least?
Thanks, Chess. I appreciate it. I've been trying. I promise.
No, I
My
mean, you're
my
pushing
my
back.
tourney records so far have not been very good. But you know.
Uh, Bfalcon, how many wins, losses have you had in Super League so far? I know this is round 3. He doesn't know. It's all good. I think it's a fairly
So
even one.
so my thing in this game was I just wanted to keep pressure on Falcon. I figured if I could keep disrupting this eco, that I would be in a really good
It's a
place. I
ditch.
knew.
Oh, Falcon, I was looking at that, and I couldn't tell if it was like a mushroom or like an exploding bomb cloud thing. But yeah, that
It was
did cross my mind. No. It was so
it's
funny when I
kind of
saw that.
funny. I'm just seeing this now. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the best way to say it, but I didn't want to come out and say it like that. Oh, Beef
So
Falcon, man.
my goal with this raid is forget about his military and just kill Vils.
Yeah, you're at a
And
34 build difference now.
yeah, I was like, okay, this game is potentially winnable, kind of like the last one was. I was like, all right, let's do this. And so I start getting my axemen out because I figured that they were a good counter to the
The
pikes.
pikeman, yeah.
And then I just keep pumping my knights out and doing what I can do. And then I thought
I
the other
like it.
thing I need to do is I need to get to imp at some point, so I can kind of beat him, because I was assuming that he was going to come forward with some type of castle drop or some nonsense.
Right.
I didn't know where it would be. I figured that well, we're not there yet, but you'll see I kind of expand out at one point,
Yep.
and puts me in a
Cheslon,
good
he only
position.
has 2 stables currently.
Yep, 2 stables, and that's all my eco can support right now,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm also building the axemen. So um, I promise, Chess, I'm going to expand out my stable production soon.
You're definitely keeping the production up fairly good. You're a little behind in numbers, military-wise, but it's not a bad thing. You still have the
Yeah.
right comp with the throwing axemen and the knights, in my opinion. How do Atch trade? I don't really know. I think they're just gonna get mopped
Not
here, though.
not well.
Yeah, they're definitely just gonna get mopped, especially on the hill.
Not well
I
is
don't
the
think they had the
answer.
range that the cons have either, but the mobility in the micro of the cons is so much easier than throwing axemen. Yeah, their range is trash. If I can click one, the range is 3 versus. Oh, that's half the range. Wow. I thought the range was like 5.
So one really, really bad thing about my base is I only had that one safe wood line, so I needed to send some bills out here, and luckily he didn't spot them.
Oh, he was
I
so
don't think.
close to it too.
Yep, I know.
Oh,
And so
he definitely saw that last villager at least.
yep.
He
So
might not
again,
have seen it though.
I'm sending the raid in to hit his eco because I know that I can't fight all those numbers. And so I figured if I can distract him again, and I'm wiping out this entire TC at the
Yeah,
bottom, and he didn't react, and
he's
he
too
loses
busy about.
all those vills, and it brings me to almost a 50 vil lead.
Yeah, he was too
Um,
concerned about he was microing rather the army up front and missed all those vills. That
yeah.
was just a really good timed raid, and he didn't know what the ding 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 was.
So I was really worried because he was coming in here, but I was like, well, Frank Castles,
Oh, here's the
we're gonna stone
castle.
up, and I was able to build a castle while also seeing on this side that he was coming in to build a castle as well, which would take me off my gold.
Yep, that's unfortunate. And he did just mop the army that you sent at him.
Well, my knights are still wreaking havoc in his base, and
Yep,
he's down to he's still
50
I have
vills
about a
behind.
50 vil lead, right? So um, this was a bad fight that I took, but I was just kind of distracted
It
and
wasn't the worst. You were able to surround him, even if it was kind of sort of downhill a little bit. Or uphill for
nope.
you.
There's the Voolaloo taking that monk down.
Nice.
But I still have one knight wreaking havoc in his base and getting Vil picks. Here come.
Oh,
Oh,
there's the
look at my knights.
castle.
Yep, the castle went up. So he's going to push me off gold and he's going to kill a
The
few
throwing
Vils.
Hatsman getting the free kills. Nice. Just passing. That's what happens when you don't patrol, like Tom and Finn like to point out. He's just running away from the Hatsman.
And yeah, so like both of my armies are going to kind of converge down here and he's just going to keep
Oh,
losing
that's gonna be
Vils.
so messy for him.
41, 38, 37. He's
Yeah.
nearly 70 Vils behind me. Um,
Well
and at this
played.
point, I hit Imp first.
Look at the villagers that are going up with the army. Did you just shift flick and get those two bills in there?
Where? Oh yeah,
in
I
his
think
face?
what had happened was my stone ran out, and I think I just grabbed them, and there they were. I did not
Okay.
mean to send villagers in there.
I'm like, that's a very strong flex if you just drop a castle.
Yep. And so I was 103 vills to 28, and he was able to come in here, and I got really really nervous. Um, I didn't know how bad his eco was at this point. Like I'm only learning now, to be honest,
Yeah.
how devastating it was. Um, but you know, I got my treb out so I could treb down this castle, and you know, I was just trying to build more stables so I could get more production. Because right now I don't think I have really anything. I have no military units, and he has a
9.
bigger military.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
But here comes my treb. Shas, you can see my res at
Oh
the
yeah, I'm on shit.
yeah.
Shess, I've been on MGX's res. Do you mean Bfalcons?
And so he does get my TC
Do.
down, and he does get in my base. But at this point, again, like he could take out a bunch of my vills, and I still have an 80 vil, 90
Oh,
vil lead,
absolutely.
right?
However, the Treb is going to stay up. That's definitely gonna help you.
Yeah, I've got my. This is kind of his last push.
No
He
worries,
doesn't
Shess. It's
really
all good.
have much else. Um, and I'm trying to take the Rams out, trying to get some more horses. I've got my vills heading out in this direction to get on wood. Trying to balance my eco.
Yeah, I mean,
And
absolutely, man.
this castle's about to go down, and
There's the GG.
I won.
Very well played.
Yay!
Congrats on your first Super League win.
I
Oh,
was very excited.
yeah. Oh, man. I mean, that was MGX won. MGX won his first Super League game, everybody. I had no idea. I feel like Odd watched your first one, or you had just said something to him, because he came into the cast for game 2 and was pretty excited for you.
Yeah, I gave Odd a little bit of insight into the fact that I won because I was super hyped that I was able to take this game. And you know, I thought going into game two, like, and again, game two, I thought I did really well also for, you know, kind of where I'm at and with being relatively new with the Brits. Um, but yeah, I
I
was proud of
got
this one. I was really proud of this
Rana.
one.
Thanks for the follow, man. I caught you on the 24-hour last night. Glad to see you around. The Super League is kind of a round robin tournament that Ramon is putting together. I believe there's a command for it. There it is. And it's a tournament where even if you lose, you're still in because it's kind of like a sports season where you play 9 games, 9 rounds, and it'll be a point based, if you have 9 wins, then you're going up to the next league. If you have 9 losses, you're going down a league. And then there'll kind of be like a tournament bracket after that. So it's been a very interesting run, and oh, that's how you found my stream. Nice. Definitely glad to have you around, man. And yeah, I'm definitely curious how the playoffs are gonna go for this. Man, so
Yeah.
many low elo tournaments going. Yeah, Liam, we're definitely gonna be hosting some more after this too, so stay tuned.